Hey guys, welcome back to another pick a card. Alright, so this was going to be angel messages. And then as I was getting the cards out, well, there's another message here that I have to give, so please stick around for this other message, because I don't want to repeat it in each pile. But then I was also drawn to say, let you guys, ask a yes or no question, because I was pulling my angel answer cards and a couple of things come up, so I was like, oh, that's a really good idea. So when you choose a group, choose a yes or no question, and we will reveal the yes or no answer and why at the end of it, okay? Also, there is a message here about something about a relationship or a friendship that needs to be, we've got, this was on the bottom of the deck, friendship, nurture your relationships. And then we've got correct your mistakes and forgive and forget. So there could be something there for someone who's needing, like, that friend may be really needing you right now, and or maybe you did something to the friend. I don't know. Switch the energies where necessary, but there's a sense of somebody needing someone. And yeah, so don't hesitate, don't be afraid to reach out, ask for forgiveness, give forgiveness if this person is needing forgiveness from you. They may be reaching out from a place of vulnerability and needing help from you, or they could just be in a really bad headspace right now, and they could potentially use your kind words and your loving vibes towards them, okay? So whatever's got that has to do with your friendship or your relationship, okay? And then it says, and then Archangel Gabriel coming through hard for y'all. You have an important life purpose involving communication. Please don't allow insecurities to hold you back. I will help you. So there's a huge thing around communication and relationships for this, okay? So I will be back with group 1. Well, hold on. We've got group 1, enlightenment. I'm covering up the little message there for you. Group 2 says children, and group 3 is peacock. I'd like to point out there's also a peacock over here, so you may be drawn to more than one group. Also, all of them maybe. Well, hello, group 1. All right, for those that chose this beautiful card, this is like probably my favorite card in this deck. You know what? Also, I pointed out in the intro that group 1 and 3 had peacocks, but actually I'm noticing this tiger here as well, and group 3 has a tiger on it as well. So I feel like all of these are going to really tie in with each other, all these groups. So feel free to watch all 3. Sometimes whenever I'm reading my own personal things, I'll have messages for myself in all 3. So throat chakra here, third eye chakra, pursue spiritual growth. So if you are wondering what you're supposed to be doing, or where you're supposed to be healing or focusing your attention, it's pursuing a spiritual growth right now. And I'm going to go ahead and read the book meaning to that, because I feel like I need to. You have come into your own and are in search of something more meaningful to add to your life. Now is the time to meditate, deliberate, self-evaluate, and withdraw voluntarily from the world to seek truth and solitude. Rest and a quiet retreat away from the daily routine will allow you to consider enlightened decisions and go in the direction of your heart. This may also be the time to seek advice and spiritual guidance from a mentor or experienced person. The mantra for this card is, I search for wisdom and mental clarity. Okay. So you might be really drawn to like some spiritual gurus, like Sadhguru, Gabby Bernstein, currently Christina Lopes. Those are all mentors that I followed when I was beginning my spiritual awakening journey. Let's see what they've got for you here, though. Diddly dum. Say no. It's okay to say no. It was talking about retreating and being alone for a little while. So if you have, like, maybe you have a very large family or friend circle, and people, you might have your phone, like, always. You've always got a message coming in or something. So it's okay to, like, completely silence that, put it on do not disturb, and just and just be for a little while. Go for your dreams, because you're going into this hermit mode because you know that you came here for something, right? You came back to this earth. You know that there's a deeper meaning to life than what your normal humdrum everyday thing is. Maybe you want to travel. You want to do great things. I know that, right? Oh, you could look into scrying. Use your intuition. There is such thing as throwing bones as well, using bones and other things to read. See this big ass pentacle right here. Also candle magic, and we've got pursue spiritual growth. So dipping your toes into something different. Maybe you actually have a crystal ball. So meditation before doing this would be beneficial too as well. Okay, just an FYI. A successful leader who will produce. The one who cares for you is anxious for a letter. So maybe your significant other is waiting for a message or some sort of answer from somebody about something. A reception where you will meet someone. So for those of you who are single, if you're invited to a wedding or just an outing in general, you should definitely say yes, okay? I know we have say no here, but we've got yes right here. Your life partner will be a person of strong will. So yeah, they might actually differ from your usual type and expectations of who you would normally date or be involved with. A successful leader who will produce, though. That's the main message that's sticking out for me, and we've got say no. A successful leader knows when to say no, okay? They know when they use their intuition, and they know when, like, something's not right for them. They know to follow their gut feelings and trust their instincts. And if you're having a hard time going with your gut feelings and trusting your instincts and trusting the intuitive nudges that are coming in, meditation on that third eye would benefit you greatly, my loves. Aha! Look at that. You are here for a reason. You knew you came back to Earth for something. And it's involving the spiritual categories. Okay? You are overcoming. You've overcome a lot of obstacles thus far. You've climbed a lot of mountains. And now it's like this rest and rejuvenation period, this hermit mode, like this card was talking about, seeking solitude. And then, of course, meditation has come in. Now you're like in this process to where you're fixing to go with the flow. You're going to realize what that actually means, and you're going to live in that emotion of going with the flow. Is it even an emotion? I don't know. But getting very rooted, very grounded here. I'm seeing kind of the infinity symbol here too. There's a spiral right there. There's a spiral up here in the sun. Don't go chasing waterfalls comes to mind. Number 10. Also, I forgot to mention at the beginning about your yes or no question if you pick for group 1, okay? I've got some angel answer cards, and we're ask your yes or no question. If you really, you can pause for a moment and take some deep breaths and kind of center yourself to see what you want to ask. And then we'll try to go into why, you know, if it's yes, no, maybe whatever, figure out what's going on. Surrender the idea you can fix someone. It's time for a relationship to shift. It doesn't work to try to fix someone. Each person must be accountable for his or her own healing. Okay, so I put this out at the beginning. There was a message about correct your mistakes, forgive and forget. And then the other card was friendship, nurture your relationships. So it's funny that this came out. So we all have our own unique healing path and healing journey. And what sometimes we get, okay, the word motherly came to mind. That's not where I was going with that, but sometimes we get motherly, and we just want what's best for our friends, right? Or the people around us, our family and such. Another thing is coming to mind about this meme that was on Facebook, and it said, stop expecting you out of people. Stop expecting you from people. So there's just this sense of letting them do their own thing, because the more we try to coerce them into doing what we think they should be doing, the harder the resistance is going to go, and the more stress we put on that person, because their heart is literally pulling them in a different direction, and someone else could be saying, but you should do this. You need to quit doing that. You need to start doing this. You know what I mean? So it's okay to say no to those friends for a little while. Of course, switch those energies where you need to. Let's see what your angel message is. Yes, the timing is right for this new venture. A happy outcome follows your positive expectations. Well, maybe that was answering your question, but let's go ahead and get these out. Look, you got yeses. It's so funny because you've got a no right here, but you've got 2 yeses. And helpful people are on their way to you. There's no need to worry about the situation, okay? So whatever that might be for you, helpful people on the way. Let's get a affirmation card in here since I've got them out. I forgot I even had them until earlier this morning. Whoa, that came out really quick. I'm excited to see what it says. Today I am free of drama. Today I will let go of the people that no longer support me and only surround myself with positive people. So this whole thing ties in about friendships as well, I do believe. Let me show that to you. It's time for you to start worrying and thinking about you. Don't worry about pleasing those other people who think they know what's best for you. You do what your intuition is calling you to do, okay? Call upon those angels to help you. Clear that freaking chakra. It will help you, because as we clear and heal and balance and cleanse our chakras, that's how we heal our emotions on certain things as well, because that's where we hold our fucking emotions, is in those energy centers. So don't be strayed from your path. You know what you've got to do, group 1, and if you don't know right now, you will know soon. Love and light. Hello there, group 2. How are we today? For those that chose children, also you may have been attracted to group 1 and 3. Like I said before, it's okay if you feel drawn or you can't make a decision. It's probably because there's something there for you. Usually sometimes the groups all tie together anyways with the same general collective message, just different energies. Know that your children are protected. So group 2, you could have been starting to like immensely worry about your kiddos, their safety at school, at daycare, while you're at work, while you're away from them. It's like this tiger is their big ass guardian angels, okay? They are safe and no harm will come to them. Maybe you've been thinking about looking into crystals too. Maybe you found some crystals. I don't know. Some quartz or geodes. Let's get this first card out. See what they got here. Count your blessings. Yeah, your children are a blessing, right? It might be something you're realizing now. You might be really like super focused on your kiddos. I do know that has been a general message that in the past few days about paying attention to the kids, trying to get them out in nature, spending time with them, just being there front and center for them. I'm not saying that you guys aren't. It's just, well, take it how you want it, okay? Let go and enjoy. Look at that. We've got the Eiffel Tower card here too. And group 1 had the same one of the cards with the freaking Eiffel Tower on it too. That's freaking crazy. They're all tying in together. I love it though. So count your blessings and let go and enjoy, okay? So Also, if you're feeling anxious about something, when we stop and we get in the attitude of gratitude and we're like, okay, all is well, I'm okay, I'm alive, they're alive, we're all alive, I'm grateful to be alive, I'm grateful for the earth, I'm grateful for the air I'm breathing, I'm grateful for my lungs. Like, there's always something to be grateful for, right? And this will help you, it'll raise your vibration, and it will also help you, like, let go of that worry and anxiety. Let's see what this little card says. A long motor trip with a surprise at the end. So you guys could be fixing to take a trip, and maybe you're actually wanting to travel across country or across the world. You know, the Eiffel Tower is, I mean, I'm in the United States right now, so that's quite a ways away from us, right? You're going to move to a new house. Do not give up hope. So for those of you who are worrying about your home situation, it's going to get better, okay? Wealth inherited from an unexpected quarter. So you have unexpected money coming in, a windfall of money. You have been wishing for something. So the home thing could be what you've been wishing for, or the ability to travel, or maybe even just wishing that your anxieties and fears and worries would go away. Also, I wanted to remind you to get your yes or no question in mind, group 2, okay? So if you need to pause it and take a few centering breaths and figure out, you know, the question you want to ask, and then we'll reveal the answer at the end and the why, when, or how for that answer, okay? Well, let's see what this card is. These are the Halloween cards. I love these cards. Of course, we use them all all year round. Illumination, the skull of light. So something is being illuminated here for you. You're having like it's like these grand ideas about what you can do with your life. Like, maybe you're tired of sitting around worrying, shoulda, coulda, woulda, worrying and waiting for someone else to do it or take care of it for you, and then you're like, all of a sudden, like, holy cow, I could get up, I could go do that myself, I can make this happen myself, taking inspired action. Also, there's crown chakra activation here. Yeah, so you're turning those negatives around and you're focusing on the positive. Like, that's another thing. I'm surprised I didn't say that with this right here, but turning the worries and the negatives around, turning them into positives. I think you're probably really good at staying in the positive anyways, group 2. Ooh, you might be finding feathers too. There's that spiral again. We've got air element coming through here. Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. You could be finding feathers. Did I say that already? And then there's a dandelion here too. So maybe seeing oh, there's spirals all over this card though. But it's like you're handing it over. You're letting go. Like he's let go of something. Let those feathers go to fly. And you're going to be enjoying. But I always have to get the book meaning on these, because they're spirit of all four things, and I'm not really sure. Invoking the spirit of the east, using the air elements. Speaking truth also comes to mind. No longer holding back, no longer being afraid. The spirit of the east is connected to the element of air and initiates you to the energy of clarity, truth, new beginnings, and the realm of ideas. And look, clarity, truth, and new beginnings, and we've got illumination over here. When this archetype comes into your life, it is an invitation to lead with the mind instead of emotion, applying logic and rationale to your current situation. This is the moment for integrity and an unbiased opinion. This card may come to a reading when your situation requires self-awareness and reflection. What can you learn from your situation? How have your emotions affected your perspective? Are there any truths you may have omitted to sway things in your favor? Be honest with yourself and with others. Being open and truthful is the best way to resolve your situation. It says, are there any truths you may have omitted to sway things in your favor? So it's like maybe you've been reflecting on your childhood or your children's childhood, And you could be like, you could have been in this state of denial about how you were seeing things, how these epiphanies and aha moments, because they might not have been the most positive enlightenments and illuminations that were coming to you. I'm really drawn to read this card. You are a spiritual teacher. You have the ability to counsel and help them awaken their spiritual gifts and divine life mission. So I feel like this is saying, and that actually looks like a kiddo, but I feel like this is saying, as you heal yourself, you're helping to heal your family dynamics around you. Your siblings, your bloodlines, your parents, even your significant other and your kids. Focusing on the positive, not what ifs. Let's see what we need to surrender to. Surrender attachment to results. The formula for success is to do all you can to make things happen. Then let go of the results. Holding on too tightly a desired outcome can sabotage it. So I mentioned earlier about this illumination, and maybe you're getting like these grand ideas for yourself, and you're no longer waiting for somebody else to come up and do it, or someone else to come up and hand it to you, or acknowledge it, or what, you know, whatever it is. You are like, I can do it myself. So focusing on the positive and surrendering those attachments. So when we're taking inspired action, the key is to not go, oh man, but what if I fail? What if this happens? What if that happens? Or this could happen, you know, just well, I'm going to achieve it. I'm going to have great success. Stay on the positive. This is going to be super easy for me. Things are going to go smoothly, and everything's just going to come in like I need it to come in. All right. Ooh, doggy. Y'all's teams are strong today. The feathers you're finding are from your angels. And also, it might not even be physical feathers on the ground that you're finding. You could be seeing them in places like this. You know, this card has, maybe you're seeing someone who has a feather necklace or earrings, or even like a feather statue kind of thing. Wings are coming to mind as well. So your yes or no question, are you ready for it? Let's see. So again, if you haven't already, take time to pause out, get centered. Now, I don't need, also Spirit is guiding me to say that if it's not the answer you're looking for, you might need to sit with it. Don't look for another pile that has the answer that you're wanting to hear, okay? Group 2, you guys have really been breaking some ancestral patterns though. And you might be realizing this, that you see it in your kids and yourself and your parents and your parents' parents also. Letting that inner child come out and play though, but let's see what we've got here. No. Okay. I guess that's why they wanted to say, hey, don't go looking for the answer that you want to hear right now, but let's find out why. Remain positive. Oh my gosh, we've got 2. Focus on the positives. Big happy changes are still ensuing for you within the next few months. So they even gave you guys a time frame, and I'm being drawn to get my little cards here. 11 minutes. Try not to make these groups so long, okay? So in case you do want to watch all 3. Yeah, you might be feeling really defeated right now, group 2. But there is a reason behind it, okay? We know there's some sense of collaboration. Maybe you're needing to collaborate better with others, or collaborate with your spirit team, actually. Your guides and angels. Communicate. Yeah. I just said you need to collaborate, and they put need out. So there could be something that needs to be released as well. This eye is like crying diamond. So maybe you're feeling defeated in that situation you were reflecting about. All right, this is part of your shadow work. And the next moon phase, you will have a lot more illumination. I think illumination is on that card under there. What else for them for the next few months? What's coming towards them? What is the something better that's coming towards them? Okay, so Burdens came out, but it's in reverse. So a lot of your burdens will be lifted off your shoulders. But it's like they're saying you've got to do the work. But it has to come from the... Okay, hold on, guys. Help me out here, Spirit, please, on how I'm supposed to be delivering this message. Please and thank you. Oh, I glanced right over to this card that I pulled earlier before I started, y'all. Major challenges to overcome. They want me to get another T card. Older man. Dealings or relationship involving an older man. Around an older man. Again, you've got windfall of abundance that will be coming in from an unknown source. It's always how, when, where, and how we least expect it. And then we've got younger woman, dealings or relationship with a younger woman. Okay, so children, younger woman, older man, father figure, older brother, uncle, grandpa. Situations in the balance that require careful handling. So there is, it's like, what was that message we were trying to get out? What is coming from this situation in these cycles ending after the protection? You're very protected from a powerful friend. Could be worrying that someone's working against you too. And someone new will be entering your life. It could be that powerful friend they're talking about. So your burdens will be lifted off your shoulder. But right now you're in process of doing this shadow work, okay? And then need to surrender it over to your team. Your team says they're ready for you to start wanting to work with them more. Thank you, angels, for helping me see what I need to see. Thank you, angels, for helping me surrender. Like, I mean, it's really, it's kind of easy. I'd like another card on this one, though, this defeat card. I don't like seeing that word. I don't feel like staying in the energy of defeat is not, that's a lower vibrational kind of thing too. Don't do things to others that you don't want done to yourself. Okay, hold on. This one, good fortune comes with change. So there's something here that's needing to be changed. I think you already know what it is, group 2. Think back to a social situation in which you took command. Things work out if you entitle yourself. There is a significant other that admires this quality in you. Look closely at your relationships and obligations. And we've got children over here again. Dealings with relationship with a younger woman. Okay, so don't stay in this energy. It's not too late. Collaborate with your spirit team. Collaborate with those around you. Maybe there's someone you can reach out, a younger woman, an older man to reach out to that are mentors. Okay, but this is all I have for you. And this could, you're coming out of this. It was a period of frustration that you've been in, but there were lessons to be learned. There's a need for collaboration. There's a need for you to keep going through that shadow work. There's a need for surrender, because essentially you don't want these burdens anymore. So we have to do the work behind it, okay? Implementing your, you do have good news coming as well, but implementing those elements into what you need to work on, or with help, okay? This is all I have for you, group 2. I hope it helps. I hope it resonated. Love and light. All right, group 3, last but certainly not fucking least, right? Peacock, raise your standards. So this song, when I was getting ready for this group, came to mind, and it's by Sugarland. I think her name is also Jennifer Nettles. Something about I ain't settling. Hold on. I ain't settling. So raise the bar high. I ain't settling. You might want to go look at the lyrics on that song though. Sugarland. I ain't settling. Maybe it could be the title of it. Now I have to look it up. Hold on. Yeah, it's a cute little song called Settlin' by Sugarland. 15 minutes left to throw me together. Mr. Right Now, not Mr. Forever. Don't know why I try when I know how it ends. Alright, there's more to that song. That sounds like it's talking about a relationship. Please disregard that. Somebody needs to disregard it anyways. And there's more lyrics into it, so let's see what else we've got here. So being proud of yourself, being proud of where you come from, how far you've come, the shit you've overcame. Oh yeah, also there's a yes or no question we'll answer, so take a moment, do some breathing, center yourself, and ask your question that you would like to ask your angels, okay? And we'll get the answer for you, and the why, when, or how at the end of the session. Being decisive. Being decisive and raising your standards and not settling for less than what you know you are worth. Building on solid ground. That's you. Staying in your authentic power. Building on that solid ground. You've got some emotional intelligence here. A vampire. But also, this could be, you could be dealing with an energy vampire as well. And sometimes we just really, until they continue with their healing and learn that they need to raise their vibration and heal whatever it is they need to heal, they're going to continue draining your life force energy, okay? The need to drink more water is coming up as well. I'm really drawn to her red drink. A red drink. Maybe you're drinking a red drink right now. Express your feelings. Be decisive in expressing your feelings. Like, you're no longer going to sit back and let things go over. You know, you're not going to be so passive, not passive aggressive, but you're not going to be so passive in like, for example, someone is always like, maybe this energy vampire is always kind of like cutting you down in a joking way, but you feel like they really have meaning behind it and they feel true about it. Like, you're no longer going to hold back. You're going to let them know how these things make you feel, because you're raising your standards for yourself, and you know that you don't deserve bad things, but you also deserve to at least give that person communication as well, because they don't deserve to have you thinking that they mean something else in what they're saying, okay? That's for two different individuals, I think. Ivy, number 5. Let's see, building on solid ground. Well, maybe you need to use ivy, but let's look in the book, because the need to get grounded, comforting yourself. You might be really drawn to ivy plants here lately, or anytime actually. Ivy is a beautiful adaptive plant that doesn't require much nourishment for it to flourish. She reaches out her vines easily, making new friends with nearby plants and structures, trusting them to hold her as she stretches and expands. Okay, so I'm going to pause there for a second. Making new friends and trusting them to hold her as she stretches and expands. And then we've got emotional intelligence. So if this person that you're needing to express your feelings to cannot take it, if they can't take it, if they get immediately defensive, or angry that you're expressing your feelings, maybe this is something you're kind of afraid of too, that you're going to upset them or piss them off. But if they do get upset or pissed off, and they're not trying to understand where you're coming from and why you're communicating the things you are, then you just need to that's all the more reason to disconnect from them for like a good long sabbatical from them, okay? In that, if they're not helping you expand and holding unconditional love for you while you're going through this healing phase, then it's just and also miscommunication is coming up as well. There's a lot of miscommunication and assumptions going on. And we also had that message at the very beginning about the friendship, nurturing your friendships, and correcting your mistakes, and forgiving and forgetting. And I know a lot of people will say, I can forgive, but I certainly won't forget. Well, then you're not doing it right. You're not wholeheartedly forgiving. And that's from your angel's mouth, okay? In that way, Ivy symbolizes love, loyalty, and establishing new connections. Pulling the Ivy card is highly favorable for seeking new relationships. So this is another message for, like, don't be afraid to let new relationships come in, okay? Because they're gonna, these new people or person that wants to come into your life is gonna help you with these things around you too. The universe is smiling on new love, friendships, and business partnerships. You may even find a soulmate connection with this when this card comes to a reading. Additionally, this card is a signal to deepen existing relationships and to put more energy into your social self-care. Okay, that also being said, like, the need to express your feelings is becoming more prominent, and you're going to be put in more positions where you won't have a choice but to, okay? Because this other person is going to help you prompt it in there, help you express your feelings. Spend time with those you care about. Call a lost friend. Be present with those who equally support you and watch as your relationships reach a new level of commitment. Trust that you will be held by those around you and you will be rewarded with limitless growth. And then there's a little invocation you can use here. Amplify this card's trusting, loving nature by placing it in front of your mouth and speaking this invocation 3 times. My presence flows within stillness. A sense of compassion overtakes my spirit. I am ready to open my heart and reach for nourishment wherever it may live. Positive affirmations have crossed your path more than once, I know, group 3. So, and also invocation. So there's that. If you want to write it down or say it. Let's see what else we got going on here. Surrender. What do we need to surrender to? Surrender to non-action. Now is the time to be still and not act. Simply breathe and focus on your power. Let others come to you. Letting others come to you. And this is either friendships, relationships, business partnerships. You know, you might feel like it's a little risky. We've got Tiger doing something risky, taking a chance, and Tiger popped up in the other 2 groups as well. Like I said, if you are drawn to all of them, that's fine. I seriously think you should definitely try to watch them. Anyways, you're earning your stripes right now, group 3. And maybe not taking any action is a risk to you. Just sitting back and letting it be for a little bit, right? Let's see what your angel message is. Patience. Now is the time to learn, study, and gather information. Enjoy being a student because in the future you will synthesize your knowledge into action. So this says non-action. This is take time to learn, study, and gather. And that's exactly in taking non-action towards whatever that situation is. You're going to be learning more about it. You're going to be honing so you can be decisive and you can firmly express your feelings from a solid foundation that you have built up. But there's some things that need to be shed or released. Let's see what this card is. You have long been loved by one whom you least suspect. For those of you who are single, there could be like a longtime friend that's completely in love with you, okay? A short sorrow. So group 2 had something about shadow work. And the card that came out, older man. You might want to check out group 2, okay? A marriage will take place soon. Woo! And then a family grief. So again, the older man card. You might have lost a father figure, a brother, an uncle, grandpa. Definitely check out group 2, please, group 3, okay? A marriage will take place soon. You have to be decisive. They know you're wanting to build on solid ground about this. Right now is surrender to non-action. And doing something risky could be speaking and expressing your feelings on a matter involving that significant other. You have long been loved by one whom you least suspect. Soulmates can be best friends and partners as well. I mean, soulmates don't have to just always be romantic. Could be time to get out of a certain situation, like I was mentioning earlier about the friend that's like, or maybe it's a family member that you have a relationship with, or it's a coworker, but someone who's, you might feel like they're intentionally trying to hurt your feelings by these catty remarks or whatever. Also, someone's draining your energy. All right, so now is the time for the yes or no question. If you haven't already, please take the time to do that. Pause if you need to. Okay, well, real quick, group 3, what you're doing right now is learning to honor yourself, learning to express yourself and your feelings. You're raising your standards because you're learning that you are deserving and very worthy of good things. And there's this radical acceptance, and this could be stemming from group 2. This could be the shadow work that you're doing, is having a super radical acceptance of yourself, regardless, and you're building up your emotional intelligence. So sometimes to build up that emotional intelligence, we have to go through emotionally hard and triggering scenarios and situations, because that's the only way we learn. It's the only way we grow. All right. Yes or no? What's your question? What we got? No. Okay. Another card here. No, because there's something better. Believe it or not. That's up to you, right? Believe it or not, there's something better. Listening to your intuition. Asking help from others. Meditation brings answers. Once again, meditation, chakra alignment's coming up here. Could receive flowers from somebody, by the way, or wanting to give flowers. Memorial Day is coming up as well. No, because there's something better. I mean, that pretty much sums it up, right? And there's a sense of needing to be lighthearted and have a carefree time. Laughter is the best medicine, group 3. Laughter. Look, we've got Eagle coming through. Sir Eagle, hello there. Triumph over troubles and obstacles, because there's something better. Okay, listen to your intuition. You're learning. You're learning, group 3. You're learning. You guys are doing it, though. You might feel like you've been stuck somewhere and it's a shit storm, a lot of fuckery going on around you or to you or for you. But you are exactly where you need to be, how you need to be, when you need to be. Happy home. Could be visiting somebody in a rural area too, because it said country home setting. But the need for solitude, okay? Going within. Listen to your intuition. Meditation brings answers. If you partake, if you like to elevate, use that as a very good tool for this meditation. Use it with the intention, you know, put your intention behind before you toke up for the day. Set your intention. Maybe you need to set your intention with expressing your feelings, whatever it may be, okay? Because now is the time to learn, study, and gather that information. Enjoy this being a student, because in the long run, believe it or not, group 3, you will be helping others heal. You are helping others heal right now. You're helping your family heal, your family dynamics. You've been killing it on ending generational patterns and karma. Oh, you guys, if you only knew, okay? It's time to co-create with the universe. Could be time to move, time to go from a job. Hold on, look, we've got breathe. Can I get another clarity card for time to go? To the sea. Time to go to the sea, okay? So maybe you've been wanting to venture across water or to the water, but it's time to go. Follow that intuition, because your soul is trying to lead you to help you heal a little better. Maybe there's certain colors you are drawn to as well. Green, red, blue, orange, yellow, whatever colors you're being drawn for. Water here, water here. She's actually running towards, this looks like a pier, right? So taking nice long baths, a spiritual bath also. There are frequencies on YouTube also that are titled spiritual baths. So it's just time to just, a game plan. It's like figuring out a game plan, but not taking any action towards it right now, okay? Breathing, meditation brings answers. The sacral chakra is also a, I think it's the water chakra. The root is the earth, sacral is water, and solar plexus is fire, and the heart is air. So group 2 had mentioned something about using the elements. So if you've been trying to cleanse or heal your chakras too, using those elements for each chakra would help too, and imparting like crystals of that color for the chakra, and wearing that color of shirt that you want to work on that chakra for that day. You're probably actually already doing it. Your soul has already guided you to do some things. This is all I have for you, group 3. I hope it helps. I hope it resonated. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. It is greatly appreciated that you help me grow and get out there. Love and light.